higher television ratings, higher attendance figures. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't come courtesy of a league. It comes courtesy of the players that play in the league. And in her case, she was the most popular, which means she could have helped your bottom line, which means you should have seen that from day one and maximized it. But you didn't do it.
Stephen A. Smith didn't just stir the pot, he launched a verbal tirade on the WNBA's top brass and gatekeeping vets like Sheryl Swoopes in a take that instantly went viral. The ESPN personality put the league on blast for its lukewarm treatment of its most valuable asset, Caitlin Clark. This wasn't just sports commentary, it was a righteous takedown of how women's basketball is botching its biggest opportunity in decades.
Caitlin Clark, the people's champion! Let's get it!
That's a deep one.
Bang!
Just announced that Caitlin Clark and the Fever will be playing 41 of 44 games this year on national TV. They coming to watch the other girl, right? Right?
Bang!
Teams are moving their games with the Fever to NBA arenas so they can sell more tickets. How about that?
Bang!
Angel Reese attempted a three this deep. I think she might dislocate her shoulder.
Bang!
You want some butter with that bread? Butter. Butter.
Butter pecan! Bang!
Here's the reality: Caitlin Clark is doing what no WNBA player has done before. She's not just putting up numbers, she's drawing millions of eyes to the screen, packing arenas like it's the NBA Finals and making women's hoops cool for an entirely new generation. But instead of celebrating that, the WNBA under Commissioner Kathy Angelberg seems to be moving in slow motion, and legends like Sheryl Swoopes, instead of supporting Clark's rise, they're throwing cold water on the fire she started.
You didn't want to, rather. You were a bit hesitant and reluctant and resistant to it. So much so you didn't push for her to be on Team USA. So much so you had people like Sheryl Swoopes who didn't even want to mention her name.
Smith didn't mince words, he went straight at the league's leadership, calling out their failure to capitalize on a moment that could fundamentally change the WNBA's visibility and revenue forever. In a league that desperately needs mainstream attention, they're practically sleepwalking through the Caitlin Clark revolution. According to Smith, this isn't just bad strategy, it's self-sabotage.
And everybody talking about other WNBA players not being appreciated. Nobody insulted them. Nobody dismissed their contribution. We were simply saying, despite the contributions for years and years and years, a lot of people didn't care. Fair or not, until Caitlin Clark came along.
Let's talk brass tacks. Clark isn't some media creation, she's the real deal Rookie of the Year WNBA first team, yes, but also the face of a WNBA surge that's making headlines globally. And how has the league treated her? With a shrug, no press splits, no highlight reel rollouts, just a quiet little phone call to tell her she won Rookie of the Year. Meanwhile, lesser accolades for veteran players come with confetti and catered events.
They decided that they were going to let her know she was Rookie of the Year with a phone call in Connecticut during a practice before a playoff game. You can't make this up.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Clark's resume already includes accolades like Forbes 30 Under 30 SBJ Sportsperson of the Year, AP Female Athlete of the Year, Time Athlete of the Year, and has even taken the initiative to boost women's sports through high-profile appearances and speaking engagements. Other leagues know her worth, yet the WNBA seems afraid to admit that the league's entire business model is now orbiting around her.
But if you went the opposite direction, it could have helped that much and facilitated you being in an even stronger position to get yours. But you didn't do it. You didn't do it. Wow.
Smith's rant wasn't just a hot take, it was a mirror, a reflection of what so many fans have been shouting on social media for months. Caitlin Clark is a generational player, and instead of embracing her with open arms, the league is acting like she's an inconvenience, like she's disrupting some unspoken hierarchy that veterans like Sheryl Swoopes and current players like Aisha Wilson want to protect at all costs.
There seems to be some haterade in the league in regards to Clark, starting with WNBA legend Sheryl Swoopes herself.
And Commissioner Kathy Engelbert Smith was crystal clear: her leadership is the problem. Her awkward media appearances filled with vague promises and generic talking points reek of someone out of touch with what's really happening. When asked about Clark, Engelbert offers textbook PR soundbites instead of the clear strategy fans and players are begging for. Meanwhile, WNBA veterans like Swoopes continue to throw shade from the sidelines, downplaying Clark's accomplishments and suggesting her hype is manufactured, but Smith sees through that noise. He knows jealousy when he sees it, and more importantly, he knows that in professional sports, stars drive leagues, and Clark is that star.